Dayon was huge. I mean, he did all the things we asked him to do. First, we needed to play a type of defensive game that used our length and really ate up the paint, and he did that. He was huge in that, and it turned into great baskets, and he was really feeling it. He has strung together many good practices now, and it's turned into a great performance. And as a sophomore, he should take great confidence from it and keep this thing going because he's a good player.
Obviously, there was a point there in the second half, down 10, not a sure thing at all. What did you tell the guys just to be able to keep getting stops and get you guys back in the game?
At that particular timeout, we were down 9, and I actually talked more about offense because our offense was turning into great offense for them. We took a couple tough shots, turned it over, and they got some transition baskets, and they're very tough to guard in transition. And that was something that we really tried hard to get a set defense, and we started to get better baskets. We started to get better stops that turned into transition for us. So I thought that was the key.
Free throws have been an issue for you guys lately, but especially Alex Hamilton, when they needed to be hit, he was hitting them, and the rest of your team as well. How important was that to see in the crunch when you needed those points, that cushion, you guys were able to hit those free throws?
Well, free throws, it's the greatest cliche of their importance of winning games and championships, and we're a good free throw shooting team. In practice, we make a lot of them, we shoot a lot of them, and we were 3 of 9 in the first half, and then only missed 1 in the second. I think it was 18 and 19. 18 and 19 in the second half. We're capable, and we want to be a team that attacks the rim, gets to the foul line. But those free throws are huge. The guys really stepped up in the big moments.
I've heard you say on the radio that you're a history buff coming in, so obviously you know that ULL was the last team to come in here and win on the TAC floor. And talking to Alex, he said it was hard to keep that out of his mind, being here for so long, wanting to make sure that they weren't the team to do it again. How important is it for you guys and the fans to be able to keep that streak going, especially against this team?
The streak is something that we don't talk about so much, but it's something you feel. And this game was important to our team, certainly important to me, important to our fans, but every game is. But there is something special about playing an in-state rival and a team that you play often. I know, I think we played 161 times. So there's a lot of history here. And this was one that the guys wanted quite badly, and they really gave it all they had, and it showed.
I feel like we talk about it every game at home, or at least at home, with the way y'all play in the first and second half. How do you describe just the way that y'all were able to seem like turn it on with the flip of the switch and go on that huge second half run?
Yeah, I think our effort was consistent the entire game. I thought that we played very, very hard. I think there were moments where we picked up our execution. We turned it over too much in the first half, and that was really the main thing. Those 8 turnovers turned into easy baskets for them. We turned it over 3 times in the second half. We were able to set our defense. We were able to get shots, and I thought that was the difference.
Can you kind of tell when, I know that, like I've talked about with you, this has been going on for the last couple of years, at least with this team, with the way they're able to turn it on. What do you think when you see that on the floor? I mean, I'm sure you see that in practice, but it's only your 9th game, I believe. Just to see those type of runs where it's like, Eric told me that it's almost like tunnel vision. They just hear the crowd and kind of just go from there, and nothing else really matters, and they're able to go on these huge runs.
Well, I think you can draw great confidence from playing in this place. Our people are phenomenal, and they're into the game, and they know when we need them most, and they really give you a lift. And so big thanks to everybody who came and really supported us, because it's huge. But this team has the ability to go on runs, and in scoring and defense. And a lot of times they're intertwined. When we get stops, we're able to run out and get some nice baskets. So we've got that ability. We want to keep getting better and better at all the other aspects in the half court and full court, and just try to get better and better as the season progresses.
What do you think just about the team, the way the team has come together and with all these injuries? I kind of joked the other day, it's like every game there's a new one. There is a new one with Twan out. You only have 8 scholarship guys, which you started the first 2 games out. What can you say about the job that some of those guys are doing, especially Eric and Alex playing almost 40 minutes?
I think it says so much about the type of people we have in our program, the type of players. I told them the other day, like, it's like we work for a company and you have to change your job description. You have to do other things. You can't just be a specialist in one way. You have to step up in others, and whether it's you're hurt and you need to cheer louder, you need to encourage more, or you need to rebound more even if you're 6'5". And I've said this word many times, our guys are flexible. We try to play a style that's versatile, and the guys are able to be interchangeable, and they've been able to play bigger than themselves, sometimes smaller than themselves when needed. So I really give our guys a lot of credit. We got some great people in our program.
Is that what you saw with Q? Because he was getting up and down even with his bum knee. A couple times the refs had to come over and tell him to sit down.
I did say that to Q. I said he got a huge job tonight. He provides so much energy on the floor, and we can't have that energy go away. It needs to at least be on the bench. And every time there's a timeout and guys come to him, he's a spark plug. He's got that personality. And same thing with Merle and Janiyah, and Antoine wasn't able to go today, but everybody was into it. Everyone had a role, and just really proud of them.
How important was it shutting down Sean Long? Obviously, they've got a lot of weapons on that team, but he's kind of the headline of the Raging Cajuns, and a little shorthanded for you guys in the post, but it seems like for the most part you're able to keep him out of the game.
He was obviously a huge part of our game plan. We wanted to. We knew it was going to be very difficult to out-rebound them, but they were plus 12 in rebound margin, and they out-rebounded us by 6. So we were close, but we had a collective effort approach. Brandon Shepard was really good tonight. And it doesn't show up in the box score how good he was, but he was a huge part of tonight's win, and of being resistant to easy catches, and then we relied on a lot of help from other guys once the ball was caught by Sean Long. But the guys really executed the game plan well to give him 9 points, so I'm really proud of them.
Anything else?